Hello and welcome to this mid-morning taste challenge. I have two 10-year aged single malt Scotch whiskeys. This is Trader Joe's Highland Single Malt Scotch whiskey. I don't know when it was introduced, but I know Trader Joe's was founded in 1967, so it couldn't have been earlier than that. And who knows, they might have had a private label Scotch whiskey since they started. But anyway, it's procured by Alexander Murray and Company for Trader Joe's. Procured. They don't distill. Alexander Murray simply is a broker. They buy and sell liquor, and they got this one contracted for Trader Joe's. We know it's from somewhere in the Highlands, and considering Trader Joe's is a pretty big grocery chain in the United States, it's probably one of the big Highland distilleries, but they would never show their name. All right, so there you go. It was $23.99, $23.99 at the time of purchase 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. Here's the competitor, the BenRiach Curiositas. Age 10 years. This was introduced around 2010. I can't say for sure because there's no real good information on it. And it was discontinued some time ago. So I bought a bottle that was lingering out there. Yes, this distillery was established in 1898. Then they had a bad fire like 2 years after they started, and it never distilled again until the 80s or 90s. But it was a malting facility. They did a lot of malting. They took barley and malted it. But then now they do distill there again. And the company that came in and restarted it was Brown-Forman, the owners of Jack Daniels. So you can say bad things about Jack Daniels and Old Forester. Hey, but they're the ones that went in there and bought this place and revamped it and brought it back. Now, do we get a lot of BenRiach around here in Louisiana? No, we don't. We barely get any of it. Chances are you're not going to see it in Louisiana, but I did find this. My friend David found it actually. Well, I saw it, but I didn't know what to think. And then he was like, no, this stuff's aged 10 years. Oh, wait, that's right. I bought it. And then he was upset that I didn't buy one for him. And I was like, well, I didn't know if you liked it. He's like, look, from now on, don't ask. Just buy it. I'll pay you back. So that's right. That was my fault. I bought a bottle, and then he went over to that store in Jefferson Parish and bought his own bottle. Yeah, so I'm sorry. I apologize for not buying him a bottle. Yes, 46% alcohol. I put 43%. That was a mistake. It's 46%. So let's correct that. Correct that error at this very moment. Okay. It's a Speyside single malt, and this is a Highland. Generally, to me, they taste pretty much the same, but some people will say they're so different, but I don't see that they're really that different. Now, I checked some online liquor stores. I mean, you can go to the liquor stores. These are actual liquor stores. You can walk in and buy stuff, but they have an online presence. They have prices starting at $57.99 up to $75.99. So if you check this out, it looks like the cheapest you'll find it is about $57.99, and you could actually get ripped off up to $75.99. But I found this for $9.99. True story. I didn't keep the box. I don't need that, but I know it sounds like a lie, doesn't it? But I have a witness, David, and he bought a bottle for himself, so he can back that up. $9.99. In fact, when he went back to that liquor store, he bought like 5 bottles. This was last year. I said, why are you buying all these bottles? He said, Christmas time is coming, and I'm going to give them as gifts. And people are going to look it up, and they're going to see $60, and they're going to say, wow, this guy's generous. They don't need to know he got it for $9.99. And I was like, that's true, because they're getting a quality product. So he bought a bunch of bottles as gifts. Nice oak, real oak. What am I saying? Real cork. Real cork. Sorry about that. Cork, no rubber stoppers. Now, this is not going to really be a taste challenge because the BenRiach is a peated single malt. They use peat and smoke. They use smoked peat, which is not typically how single malt is developed. But they said, hey, you know, that's not a law. It's just a practice. People tend to use unpeated malt for Speyside. But they tried this and said, let's do something different and make it smoky and peaty like an Islay. And it was a good idea, although it's not around anymore. Maybe it didn't really work for them. BenRiach Distillery, Morayshire, Scotland. This rare peated single malt from the heartland of Speyside has wonderful overtones of peat reek. Peat reek, I call it compost pile. Combined cleverly with a background of fruity floral beet berry notes and an appealing presence of oak wood in the finish. In fact, peated BenRiach is a return to the original Speyside character and flavor of malts typical of the 19th century. So they're claiming that in the 1800s, Speyside malt was peated. Imported by Brown-Forman Beverages, Louisville, Kentucky. Yes, Brown-Forman owns it. They say a light peating, and I agree with that. It's not a heavy smoke bomb. So it's got black, gold, and white, sort of like the New Orleans Saints color scheme. So here's the Trader Joe's via Alexander Murray from some distillery, who we'll never find out, I'm sure. $23.99. And like I say, the BenRiach is, if you're lucky, you'll find it for $57.99. But I was super lucky because I got it for $9.99. I didn't go buy 5 bottles because most people I know do not like smoky scotch. And my daughter, she would never drink it. She would be like, oh, thanks. Then they would never get drunk. All right. She likes gin. Now, this one is natural color. Look how pale it is. Just a pale straw. This one is amber, so it doesn't claim to have natural color. So it's probably got caramel color. I like the embossed bottle. It says 1898, the BenRiach. So you can, you can feel that they're both clear glass. Let's see what it says. A dram to be savored with a dash of water. Well, I'm not going to put water in it. Where does it say natural color? I know they were talking about that on a video I was watching. Okay, I don't see that, so I'm not going to add it to my notes. But I have a feeling that it is natural color, and it might be non-chill filtered. Alex says, good morning, Jay. Sharp looking shirt. Oh, thank you. It was chilly, wanted something long sleeve, button up. It's kind of cold. Age longer? Well, they're both aged 10 years. And I can't show you any websites because they don't have any. Curiositas is discontinued, and Trader Joe's doesn't bother listing this one. So even though they do list some of their liquors on their website, they don't list this one. So there's no use trying to show it because it doesn't exist. Oh, my nose. No, I'm not sick, or I don't have a cold or allergies. It just, this cold weather makes my nose do that. It's getting colder in Chicago. Yeah, it's sunny. You can see the sunny outside and bright, clear skies, dry, but it's a little windy, which is not making it too comfortable. And what's the temperature right now? About 56. Some people will laugh. Oh, it's 58, so it's warming up. People in Chicago would say, you joker, that's not cold. Yeah, but last night it got down to 46. I know in Louisiana that's cold, but in Chicago and Milwaukee, that's a laugh. I have to close my eyes because if I see the lighter color, I'm going to notice the BenRiach. But I'm going to guess it on aroma only. Aroma only. Okay, well mixed. That's the BenRiach. It's smoky. Got it. That's how hard that challenge was. Took me exactly 1 second. It really is 58 in Louisiana. 58 degrees and rising. It'll probably get about 70, 73 for maybe 2 hours. Then it'll start cooling down. But we have a panic when it gets to 24 at night. You know, it's a state of emergency. That happens sometimes 2 or even 3 days a year. Okay, so very smoky. They say mildly smoky, but I don't know. It's pretty smoky. Oh, hey, this thing smoke damage. Now, where I live in this parish, a lot of people have smoke houses in their backyard. It looks like a little outhouse. It isn't out. It's out in the yard, and they smoke sausage in it. They smoke andouille sausage. And then there's Wayne Jacobs Smokehouse 1/4 mile away from here on Louisiana Highway 44. And they smoke andouille sausage. And they're very famous for that. And so this reminds me of that charcoal wood chip smoking of the malts. Something that would appeal to me, but you might hate that idea. Because I know some people, you say smoke, they hate it. They hate smoked chicken. They hate smoked pork. They hate smoked turkey. Personal preference issue, right? Louis Wisenot. 28 degrees here in Omaha, Nebraska. Hey, Jay, what are your favorite under $50 bottles of bourbon? I can't say I really have any favorites. I mean, Buffalo Trace is nice. I can get that for $23.99, $24.99. I like that one. I don't know. It's hard to say. I bought so many, and I haven't even popped the caps. I haven't even opened them yet. I got this old Fitzgerald for $19.99. People say it's good. Or did I get it for $18.99? I think I got it on a super discount. I got this Heaven Hill Gold label, which seems very rare. There's so many. It's hard to say. I can't say. I'm sorry. 28 degrees. Yikes. Okay. This smells like basic malted barley whiskey with just a tiniest hint of peat, like 1% peat and 99% not peat. That's how fine of a difference that is. All right, let's go with the taste. Cheers. No, not like Patty's. Well, wait, Patty's has a real, the Patty's I have has a real cork. They might have converted to rubber stoppers, but the Patty's I had, my Patty's has a real cork. Okay, this is super peaty, smoky, has some seaside iodine. To me, it does taste like an isla, and you could trick people with it, even though it's from Speyside. I think it's fabulous, really. Is it worth the $57.99? Oh, yes. $67.99, definitely. 75, well, that's getting a little out of hand. I don't know why this liquor store in Austin, Texas thinks people are going to buy it for $75.99. It's been off the market for years, out of production for years, I should say. Maybe that's why they're still trying to sell it, because ain't nobody buying it. But to find it for $9.99 seems like a dream. And it is a dream come true, right? So I've had disappointments with some of these smoky scotches though over the years. where people will say, try it, it's so smoky. And then I try it and I'm like, well, it's a little bit smoky, but then it's kind of drab, you know. I'm not going to name the names because some people get angry, you know, but it'd be, I'll say, I don't know, it's kind of drab. Now, if I know now what I knew, if I knew then what I know now, would I have bought more than one bottle for $9.99? I have to admit I would have, because it's too good to pass up. So I did make a mistake, I guess you could say, not buying the second bottle, because I'm going to miss this when it's gone. Gonna miss me when I'm gone. But oh, it's fabulous. I'm going to enjoy it, you know. Oh, but look, they sold all their bottles, so that means other people bought it and they can enjoy it too. No use being greedy. It really wasn't about greediness. It's just not wanting to give up the flavor. Mm-hmm. What a beautiful bottle. It came in a nice box. Everything about it was top notch, attractive. You did a good job, Brown-Forman, buying out this company, this distillery. Oh, man. Ron, you actually don't have that bad of a voice, singing wise. Oh, thank you. I should be a singer in a rock and roll band. Honey, that wisp of peat, but let's not even talk about it because it's not worth it. And the honey and the grain. You say, oh, what is it? It's like honey nut, honey bunches of oats. Yeah, but it's more like honey bunches of barley. If they made a breakfast cereal called General Mills Honey Bunches of Barley, that's what that would taste like. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start a rock and roll band. Okay. I like it. I'm glad I bought it. I'm enjoying it. I got no regrets, and I paid $23.99. Now the BenRiach Curiositas 10-year age, and I think they had changed once. Like there was an original version, then a change, but like I say, there's no information, so I know you're talking about a mystery wrapped in an enigma inside of a little envelope. But no, I mean, but it's it's so good. Oh, so very good. This is my preference. Smooth as silk. I know you're not supposed to talk about smoothness. That's what somebody arbitrarily made as a rule. It's smooth as silk. It's got some sweetness. With any kind of smoky product, after the first few sips, the smokiness will dissipate. Then it just tastes like whiskey. It's like the smoked beer. If you get the Achschenkerle Rach beer, they're very smoky at first. You're like, oh, the smoke, oh, the smoke, oh, the smoke. And then by the fourth sip, it's like, oh, it just tastes like beer. It dissipates. It's like it goes away. Bye bye. And then you can pick up some of the other flavors like the sweet malts, the sweet grain, malted grain. But this is a jewel. I'm going to tell you right now. This is a jewel. Oh, I think it has sea salt and iodine in the flavor. It's a nice one. And at 46% alcohol, 92 proof, don't play games with it or it will play games with you. Oh, how sweet it is. You can drink this out of a coffee mug, you know, drink it out of a coffee mug from Miami Beach, Florida. Will I ever get a deal as good as this? I can't see how that could ever repeat itself. You know what I mean? Like they call it a once in a lifetime deal. That means because it only happens once in your lifetime. It's so unlikely to ever repeat itself, but it happened. I experienced it. I am experiencing it because I still have 45% of the bottle left. So it's just Amazing. Very true. Yes. Okay. So to close it out, is this the best Scotch whiskey I ever had? It's close. It's not the best. That would be Ardbeg 10. And I know that's just a regular one. It's like a high level regular one, but I got it for $46.99. You know what? I think I paid $44.99 for the Ardbeg 10. True story. Now the price has skyrocketed since then. I have to admit, sad to say. But for $44.99, oh baby, what a! And I haven't even done the taste challenge with. But I mean, Trader Joe's cannot. It'll never make it. It has no chance against BenRiach. Does Trader Joe's have any chance against Finlagen, which is a 6-year age Isla? Kind of basic one. I bought that at Trader Joe's actually for some crazy price, like $17.99 for that Iowa single malt. What was the price? I have it here. No. Finlagen. Oh, $19.99. Still cheap as like they say in England, cheap as chips. They mean cheap as French fries, which ain't really that cheap. Go to Rally's, you'll see. But nah, it can't make it. Finlagen is not the greatest, but it'll beat Trader Joe's 10-year-old Highland Single Malt. What about Ardbeg 10? Obviously, that's impossible. That could never happen. That will not happen, and I'll guess it on aroma only. So that's putting me right now at 10 wins, 3 losses. 10 wins, 3 losses. So I recoup because I started off bad. Actually, if you watch this series, I started off with 2 wins and 3 losses. 2 wins, 3 losses, but now I'm up to 10 wins and 3 losses. So have I gotten used to the flavor of the Trader Joe's? I have gotten used to it. And there's nothing else to say. I've gotten used to it. Okay, so cheapest chips, laughing out loud. Definitely United Kingdom talk. Yeah, I hear them say that. They say cheapest chips, and then they'll say no, I mean, and then they'll say if I'm honest. They like to say that, if I'm honest, and then they'll say a quid, 5 quid. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know what a quid is. In Louisiana, a quid is like some kind of snail animal, I think. Oh, I caught a quid under my bushes. A quid. And then they'll say marzipan. Tastes like marzipan and treacle and digestive biscuits, which is like in the United States, those words would mean nothing. It would be like somebody speaking gibberish, you know. I'm sure we use words that mean nothing to them. But those words have no meaning in the United States. Marzipan, digestive biscuits, and what I said, those kind of things, or car bonnet, lift the bonnet, that would mean nothing, you know, in the United States. Love and respect the United Kingdom, says Alex. Haha. Okay. I've been to the United Kingdom twice. On the way there and on the way back. It seemed very united and kingdomish. No, but seriously, folks, they were very regulatory on cigarettes. I thought they were a little hyperactive on cigarettes. Hyperactive like Thomas Dolby, who's from the United Kingdom. Uh-oh. About to play the Wizard of Oz and Pink Floyd just about right now. Pink Floyd from the United Kingdom. Okay. You shone like the sun, and the sun's out. Oh, it's getting scary now. Awesome, Ron. I do love Pink Floyd. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's getting scary now, all this synchronicity. Because last night, the moon was out, and there is a dark side even here. Okay. But as the madcap laughs, So, like John Lennon said, I'll give you everything I've got for a little peace of mind. We're going to close it out. And sorry, Trader Joe's, you did a good job, but you had no chance and you got murdered. You got masqueraded, encapsulated, decimated, and otherwise swashbuckled against this legendary, the BenRiach 10-year Curiositas. Oh, man. Yum, yum. So, before this video becomes obscured by clouds, yeah, I'm going to end this review and say y'all join up again soon for another whiskey. Oh, what am I saying? A whiskey taste challenge. But then tomorrow, we'll start the day tomorrow with a smile. Or 2, 1, 2. No, but tomorrow evening, afternoon, depending on your locale, we're going to do Fandango Friday. Any liquor or liqueur. Now, I haven't caught up on my liqueurs yet. I still got that Seagram's tropical pineapple and Seagram's Seagram's, what that is? Peach. Yeah, Seagram's peach. And so that's going to take me a little while to catch up on that. So I better not crack open another liqueur. So I might bring the Legacy Scotch, which is loved by dozens of people around the world. Yeah, like literally, there's probably like 26 people around the world who drink it. But I found it, and it was cheap, and I saw it just this week. But I didn't need another bottle. I saw the glass, and I was like, man, I wish I could have gotten the glass bottle when I initially bought it. But I did buy the full size, the big plastic bottle. Oh, well, it'll be all right. So maybe I'll bring the Legacy Scotch, introduced in 1962. But then those guys, they bring all kind of interesting mixed products. And some of them bring, they bring all kind of stuff. All right, so we'll see. Jean-Pierre says, hey, Jay, I'm sorry about last night out to dinner with the lady. So you put your personal friendships above tasting white wine live on the air? Okay, I'll see how it works. Look, I got people that will put their family ahead of all of this. They'll be like, well, I would like to join the hangout, but it is Christmas Day and I am with my family. That ain't no excuse. It's very chilly here today in Georgia. Here, I think I might run and get me a bottle of some inexpensive bourbon, just step on tonight and bring for Fandango Friday. Oh, yeah, you'd find a decent bourbon for a low price, I think. Well, I don't know about Georgia. In Louisiana, you can always find something. There's always something out there less than $20. And it'd always be something nobody else ever had, so that's kind of interesting. So, yeah. Arkansas, yeah, you get some weird stuff in Arkansas, too. A neighboring state. All right. Well, see y'all for Fandango Friday tomorrow evening. And it's been a wonderful taste challenge, if you want to use the word challenge, because it wasn't exactly challenging since I guessed it in 1 second on aroma only. All right. But cheers to the BenRiach, the legendary, the BenRiach Curiositas 10-year age. Oh, man, I could drink this whole bottle. I will drink the whole bottle, but it might take 5 years. All right. Bye-bye.